This is Mac OS Ken.
Calling shenanigans on the Nikkei story, Ming-Chi Kuo talks mixed reality and new features for Fitness Plus. It is Friday, the 6th of January, 2023. I'm Ken Ray, and this is news from Mac OS Ken, brought to you by yours truly and sponsored by Notion. Get organized now with a free account at notion.com/macoscan. This show is also supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macoscan. Who are you going to believe? An unnamed source for Nikkei or a few unnamed sources for Reuters? I told you earlier this week of a Nikkei piece that dragged down Apple's shares, which dragged down the market. That report said Apple has notified several suppliers to build fewer components for AirPods, the Apple Watch, and MacBooks for the first quarter, citing weakening demand, according to Nikkei Asia supply chain checks with several component suppliers. It also had an unnamed manager at one Apple supplier saying, Apple has alerted us to lower orders for almost all product lines actually since the quarter ending December, partly because the demand is not that strong. That is apparently the first one of Apple's manufacturing partners has heard of it. On Thursday, Apple 3.0 highlighted a Reuters report that had Apple partner Luxshare Precision Industry saying it has seen no reduction in orders. While Luxshare doesn't seem to mention Apple by name, the company is said by the piece to make AirPods, one of the products singled out in the Nikkei report, as well as connector cables for some other Apple devices. Saying that it wanted to clarify a recent report from a Taiwanese media outlet, Luxshare said in a statement, there are no special changes or impact to the relevant business of the company mentioned in the report. Currently, the company's cooperation with existing customers is progressing normally, and the business is moving forward in an orderly manner according to the work plan. Reuters goes on to say another supplier, which makes printed circuit boards for Apple, said on Thursday in response to a query about the same media reports on its investor Q&A platform that the orders of its core customers were stable. It did not name Apple. Working along a similar line, a piece from Apple Insider has Foxconn saying, everything is hunky-dory, which is really hard to imagine. Quoting Apple Insider, a source inside Foxconn claims that December 2022 iPhone orders were unchanged, refuting claims that Apple is cutting back after weak demand. That is a secret source who couldn't say anything on the record, though Foxconn did offer a statement of its own. According to another report from Reuters, Foxconn said on Thursday output at its iPhone plant in China had basically returned to normal, and December revenue, down 12.3% year-on-year, marked the start of a recovery. So they're still playing catch-up, but orders haven't changed. That is bound to be seen as good news by investors, though I don't remember anybody saying that iPhone orders had been cut. The Nikkei piece said orders had been cut for AirPods, MacBooks, and Apple Watch. It's not quite right to call this news about Apple's mixed reality headset, though a couple of Twitter posts from TF International analyst Ming-Chi Kuo are probably the closest thing to it. In the first part of December, the analyst posted to Twitter about software issues that he said would push back the release of Apple's AR/VR headset. He had been expecting that to hit in the second quarter of 2023, though the software worries shifted that expectation to the second half of 2023. Now he's got word of a new issue, though it doesn't seem to have shifted his time frame. In a Twitter post on Thursday, the analyst said, Apple's AR/MR headset development is behind schedule due to issues with mechanical component drop testing and the availability of software development tools, meaning that mass shipment of this device may postpone from the original second quarter of 2023 to the end of the second quarter of 2023 or the third quarter. And that will mean a longer wait for an announcement in his estimation. In a follow-up post, the analyst said the chance that Apple will hold a media event for the device this month is looking increasingly unlikely. Based on the current development progress, he is now expecting such an announcement either as part of a spring media event or at this year's WWDC. News of a thing at CES that makes me sad that Macworld Expo is no longer a thing. Apple Insider has word of the new Ember Travel Mug 2 Plus. According to the report, Ember Travel Mug 2 lets people set an exact drinking temperature and maintain it for up to 3 hours. A touch display on the mug can increase or decrease the temperature. As coffee mugs go, it sounds OP. So what's the plus? According to the piece, Ember Travel Mug 2 Plus works with Apple's Find My. Or will work with Apple's Find My when it comes out. According to the piece, the new mug will have an integrated speaker that can play a sound to help people find it when it's lost, much like the AirPods Pro 2. It will appear in the Find My app on iPhone, iPad, or Mac thanks to updated firmware, and it will also work with the Find Items app on Apple Watch. Now, when I said it sounded OP, I meant overpowered. You'd be forgiven, though, if you thought I meant overpriced. The Ember Travel Mug 2 Plus is expected to see release this spring. It will run buyers $199, same price as the one that'll hide from you. More news in a moment, but first a word from today's sponsor, Notion, a great tool for you in the new year. Whether you're starting a new gym routine, organizing a trip with friends, or even planning your company goals, Notion is a flexible, collaborative workspace that helps you make meaningful progress in every part of your life. Get started in seconds by choosing from thousands of templates for every task, then make it your own, from to-do lists to OKR trackers, and so much more. Notion lets you build the exact system you want so you can work the way you work best. I like how accessible Notion is. Working on a project a few months back, I needed a lot of people to hear a lot of audio samples and weigh in on their favorites. Notion made that super simple. Whether using it for personal projects like money management or vacation planning, or for work projects like designing pitch decks or setting your team vision, Notion makes it easy to set goals and follow through. Start your year off right and get organized now with a free Notion account at notion.com/macOSKen. That's all lowercase letters, notion.com/macOSKen to learn more and get started for free right now. Using that link supports this show. Go right now to notion.com/macOSKen. There's more to Apple's New Year Fitness Plus push than just shame. Cult of Mac highlights a press release from the Cupertino company, highlighting a lot of fresh features coming for the fitness service. New stuff hitting this Monday, the 9th of January, includes a new set of kickboxing workouts, a new meditation theme aimed at helping users sleep, a new artist spotlight featuring the music of Beyoncé, and the start of a new season of Time to Walk. Featured walkers this season include Golden Globe-nominated actor Jamie Lee Curtis, late-night talk show host Amber Ruffin, Olympic champion figure skater Nathan Chen, and German actor Nina Haas. All of that plus 2 new Fitness Plus collections and 3 new trainers. Fitness Plus costs $9.99 per month. There's a reduced price annual plan available for $79.99. It is also available as part of some of the Apple One service bundles. If you're looking for something creepy to watch, the 3rd season of the Apple TV Plus series Truth Be Told is due out in a couple of weeks. I've never seen the show, but Apple's press release on the new season says it offers a unique glimpse into America's obsession with true crime podcasts, so sounds creepy. In Season 3, the release says, lead character Poppy Scoville, frustrated by the lack of media attention for several young, missing black girls, teams with an unorthodox principal to keep the victims' names in the public eye while chasing down leads to a suspected sex trafficking ring that may have ensnared them. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stick with creepy. Academy Award winner Octavia Spencer stars as Poppy Scoville. The part of the unorthodox principal will be played by series newcomer Gabrielle Union. The first 2 seasons of Truth Be Told are available to stream now on Apple TV+. The first episode of Season 3 hits Apple TV Plus on Friday, the 20th of January, with 1 new episode a week through the 24th of March. If you want to see what's in store, you can see the Season 3 trailer on YouTube. And finally today, if you're looking for something creepy to hear, how about an audiobook read by a person who isn't? Mac Rumor says Apple Books has started offering audiobooks read by robots. Not really. Rather, the piece says Apple has now launched Apple Books Digital Narration, offering a new way for publishers to automatically generate high-quality AI-narrated audio from written text. Apple is offering the service to authors and publishers, pitching it as a way to reduce the complexity and cost of audiobook production. According to the Apple Books for Authors webpage, more and more book lovers are listening to audiobooks, yet only a fraction of books are converted to audio, leaving millions of titles unheard. Many authors, especially independent authors and those associated with small publishers, aren't able to create audiobooks due to the cost and complexity of production. Apple Books Digital Narration makes the creation of audiobooks more accessible to all, helping you meet the growing demand by making more books available for listeners to enjoy. That same webpage has audio samples for authors to check out. Honestly, the only thing that makes them sound creepy is knowing the people reading the text aren't actually people. If you didn't know it was machine-generated, you just think the reader was a little stiff. Sometimes the future is neat. Sometimes the future is creepy. Occasionally, it gets to be both. Today on the Mac Observer's Daily Observations podcast, as mentioned earlier, a few suppliers have called shenanigans on Nikkei's story about Apple reducing orders. TMO managing editor Jeff Butts and I talked that over. Plus, considering the robots reading us books. That is all today on the Daily Observations podcast from the Mac Observer, online at macobserver.com or wherever you get podcasts. macOS Ken, brought to you by me and sponsored by Notion. Get organized now with a free account at notion.com/macOSKen. This show is also supported by people like you, patrons through Patreon. Find out more and add your support at patreon.com/macOSKen. Advertising handled by Backbeat Media, online at backbeatmedia.com. You can reach me a couple of ways. info@macosken.com or call 716-780-4080. Until next time, that is news from macOS Ken. I'm Ken Ray.
Ciao.